Okay? Let's continue with this. Alright? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away, man. Which means that what? He still has that wickedness within him. Alright? That's never going to change. Alright? Because these Edomites were made to be the devil. Even when we have them in slavery, they're going to have wicked thoughts. Listen, the Edomites were not created to be righteous, man. Alright? They were created to be wicked. That's it, man. There's no way around that. Okay? So what we do when we see these devils, man, in our everyday life, right? We might see them at work, right? But we don't, we might be, say hi, we might be cordial with them, right? Hi, how you doing? Ray. But we know, man. All right, in the back of my head, I know. Listen, man, you're my enemy. You're the devil, man. All right, you're an Edomite, man. I'm an Israelite. You're an Edomite, and we're enemies. I know that. Okay, and the same thing with the rest of these heathen, man. Because it's not just Esau. All right, the rest of these heathen are going to go into captivity under us as well, man. Ishmael, all right, Elam, all right. Because what? They all had us in captivity at one point, man. All right. So regardless, they're still the enemies of the Lord, man. All right. So we're not going to be buddy with Elamites and Ishmaelites in the kingdom. They're not going to be treated as bad as Esau, the Edomites, but they're still not going to be on our level, man. All right. But let me read that again, man, because this is a heavy point, man. Let me read that one more time, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. All right. So the wickedness of these Edomites, man, it's never gonna go away. You Israelites are looking for the so-called white man. When is he gonna not be racist? That's never gonna happen, man. All right. The so-called white man was made to be your enemy. He knows you're the enemy. All right. That's what Donald Sterling said. He said blacks are the enemy. And what have you so-called blacks done to them, man? All right? What have you so-called blacks done to so-called white people, man? All right? But he still said you're the enemy, okay? Because these Edomites, they know, man. They have that hatred, all right? And when they're in a certain position, they'll show that hatred. So you Israelites are stupid for thinking that the devil is going to change, man. For thinking that Esau is going to change, man. Esau was made to be that way, man. Okay? From the womb. Alright? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away, man. So we know that there's wickedness within these devils, man. Alright? We know that, man. Alright? We ain't gotta listen, man, when the devil comes smiling at you, that's just me. I watch that type of devil more than I watch the devil that comes up straight calling me a nigger, man. I watch that devil work more, all right? Because he has ulterior motives, man, all right? Okay? He's trying to soften you up, man, all right? Yeah, that's about it with that. Oh, matter of fact, no, there's a lot more in this scripture. Let me continue with this. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. All right. So that's actually what the Israelites did in the Dark Ages, man. All right. You were letting these Edomites marry within your family and all that. And what happened now, man? Look what position you went into, man. You went into slavery under those same Edomites, man. All right. So that's why he said what? Set him not by thee. Okay. We continue with that, man. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Matter of fact, he's in our place right now in Israel, man. All right? He's calling himself the Jews, man. All right? So he is sitting in our place, man. Okay? He's sitting in our land right now. All right? And that's a prophecy. That's what? Ezekiel the 36th chapter, 36 and 5. Them Edomites would take over the land of Israel. All right, that never happened in secular history. That's happening now. Matter of fact, I'll go to Ezekiel the 36th chapter right now. All right. This is Ezekiel 36 and 5. Okay, this is Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. There we go. It goes about talking about Idumea again, all right? Which is the Greek way of saying Edom. So you have to really know who these Edomites are talking about, man. All right? And it's going to give you a clue right now, all right? Which have appointed my land into their possession, all right? With the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey, all right? So who has the land of the Most High right now in their possession, man? These Edomites, man, all right? The so-called white man, which descends from Esau, which are Edomites, okay? So that's the big clue right there, man. That's the big clue of who it's talking about, all right? It said he took the land of the Lord in his possession. When did the Edomites ever own the land of Israel, man, in history, man? In any time in history, right? Before the Balfour Declaration, when have the biblical Israelites, biblical Edomites, excuse me, owned the land of Israel? Never, man. They've never owned the land of Israel except for this time that we're living in now, man. After 1948, which was what? The Balfour Declaration, man. Okay? That's what that was their so-called justification for going into that land, man. All right? Right? So what did that scripture say? I'm going to read it again. All right? Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. All right? So that's telling you what? They were standing there in our place. And that's what they're doing right now. They're standing in our place in that land of Israel, which is really belongs to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? The true Israelites according to the Bible. All right? That land doesn't belong to you Edomites, nor does it belong to you Ishmaelites, man, you Arabs. Okay? It belongs to the true Israelites, man. All right? So let me read that again in Ezekiel 36, man, and 5. Therefore saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. And is it not a prey right now? Are they not fighting over it right now? Right? That's the main place, that's the main land that people fighting over right now. All right? Because why? That's the land of the Lord, man. That's the land of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? So those Ishmaelites are saying that they were there first, right? And those Israelis are trying to say that they belong in that land because they are the original Israelites, which they're not. Okay? When you look at the secular history, you find out that they go back to the Khazarian Empire, man. All right? They go back to Edom. All right? They're Edomites. Okay? So that proves that that's not their land. That doesn't belong to them. Okay? The real people that belong in the land, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? You descend from Isaac and Jacob, man. All right? Let's continue with this. All right? Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? All right? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity, man? All right? So you being around these Edomites, man, when something happens to you, man, you chilling with these Edomites, you fall asleep, something happens to your ass, right? That's your problem, man. All right? That's your problem, because you should know who your enemy is, man. All right? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans should know who your enemy is by now. He's shown you enough, man. All right? You shouldn't have to see anymore, man. All right? Okay? And that's why it says what? Who shall pity a charmer who is bit by a serpent? Okay? If someone is a snake charmer and a serpent, and you hear that he got bit by a serpent, you're going to say, go figures, man. Okay? He's playing with them snakes all day. Of course, one day he's going to get bit by one, man. Alright? And that's the same thing when you're dealing with these Edomites, man. You're dealing with the so-called white man. Okay? Because the so-called white man is your enemy, man. And he's a snake, man. Okay? Let's continue with that. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with the sins, with him in his sins, who will pity, man? All right, and you don't deserve pity for that, man. All right, because you're the one who can put yourself in that predicament. Okay. So let me get all right. Matter of fact. Let me get Zechariah 13 verse 8, man, because most of our people ain't gonna get it, man. Alright? The only people that's gonna make it is the elect, man, the 1/3, man. Alright? 2/3 are through, man. Alright? 2/3 are not gonna make it, man. Alright? Because we're out here telling you the truth. We're breaking it down clear as day. Okay? We're breaking it down through the scriptures clear as day. And these Israelites, they still don't want to get right. They still want to think that Esau is their friend, man. All right, you keep thinking Esau is your friend, man. All right? When you see him start to implement that martial law, and he start to bomb your projects, man. All right? He starts to bomb them, put pocket nukes in your so-called projects and ghettos, man, and kill you by the thousands. Then you're going to know who the devil is, man. You're going to know who your enemy is, man. All right? But right now, you Jakes, you don't get it, man. All right? The only ones who get it is the brothers out here pushing this